Hey everyone, welcome back to the Nello Reads channel. Our first Choosing Beggars story of the day comes from Am I Cool Yet 111. If you're willing to give me that for free, then why not give me double? So I just had a Choosing Beggar encounter. This guy messaged me about plants I'm selling. He comes by my house and said he had a big pond he's trying to fill up with plants. So I was like, yeah man, no worries. I'll give you more than I normally would to help you out. So I gave him what I would normally sell for about $40 for $5. It's Frogbit, a floating plant. I have a lot of them, so it wasn't a huge loss. I typically sell a handful for $5, but I gave him half a gallon sized Ziploc worth, and then he says, okay, how about I give you $10 for double that? I was like, I give you substantially more than I normally would. I'm okay with giving you this for $5, but I can't give you double for $10. But you said that's $5 worth, so double is $10. No, I said this is like $40 or $50 worth, but I'm doing you a favor. Just put more in for $10. So I put in what would normally be $5 worth. That's not nearly enough. I'm trying to fill a pond. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm giving you so much as a favor. He was obviously disgruntled, then asked me about the largest plant I have in my aquarium, my Amazon sword. This thing is about, if not, over 2 feet tall and about 1.5 foot wide, full of leaves, and took me a year to grow from propagation. How much for that one? I couldn't sell that for less than $60. $60? No way! Would you take 5? Yeah, man, I'm not feeling that generous today, but I have a much smaller one I could give to you for 5. Didn't you hear I'm trying to fill a pond? I need big plants. These will grow into big plants. That's how they work. My local pet store sells those for $3. Buy them there? No, I want a big one. You know, I drove a long way to get here. Yeah, man, not my problem. At this point, I was just done, and I said, well, you've got your plants, $10 please. Then he hands me a 20, and I'm like, oh, thanks. And then he's like, my change? I go, I don't have change for a 20. This mother effer looked at me sideways like I effed his sister or something, then scoffed and asked if I had Zelle. He sent it, and I let him out the door. Dude was genuinely thinking that I was trying to pull one over on him. I think the best way to sum up this story is that some people think they're the main character of a movie. This beggar thought he could strong-arm his way into getting what he wanted, and you know what? I'm pretty glad it didn't work. However, it is time for me to be a choosing beggar and ask you kindly to press the like button below if you're enjoying this video. Our next story comes from Angsy. Give me 2K. You can have my children's dog. During the holiday season a few years ago, I was feeling generous, so I decided to use my holiday bonus to adopt a family in need and give them a nice holiday. I spent almost $500 in total on a Christmas dinner, gifts for 3 children, gifts for the single mother, stockings, candy, wrapping paper, decorations, and even threw in my old Christmas tree from storage. It was fine, the lights had just stopped working, so we didn't use it anymore. To make up for that, I included a string of lights as well. I even threw in a gift card from a major gas station chain so she could fill her tank. The day we delivered the items, I noticed while placing our donations into her trunk that she already had some very nice items in her car, including a scooter, a bicycle, a drone, and a gaming system. All brand new and probably well over $1,000 in value. I didn't say anything, but she must have noticed the look on my face because she explained, oh, I won those in a raffle. Oh. Inwardly, I was thinking, yeah, sure you did, lady. I was pretty sure that all of those items were either fleeced from people making donations to the less fortunate or stolen. But I had no proof of this and felt I might be being judgmental, so I kept my thoughts to myself. She also had an exceedingly adorable and very young purebred pit bull puppy that I assumed was an additional gift for her boys. But I was really trying not to talk to her. I was annoyed and afraid it would all come out if I opened my mouth, so I didn't. I know it probably seems like I'm being harsh, like how dare she already have gifts for her children, but it was the grandeur of these gifts that got to me. She really didn't need my charity, so why had she accepted it? Not just accepted, but actually messaged me and begged for it, going on and on about her hardships, and never once mentioning she already had a trunk full of expensive gifts for her boys. Not only had she taken my charity, but in doing so, she had denied it to someone who might have actually really needed it. Whatever. It was done, so I got in my car and went home and tried not to think about it. That became a lot more difficult though over the weeks that followed, as I saw her literally begging over and over in all the local swap/sell groups. If someone was trying to sell console games, action figures, Lego sets, etc., there she would be, asking if she could have them, as I don't have anything for my sweet boys for Christmas. The temptation to call her out was very strong, but I grit my teeth and stayed out of it. I kept telling myself that I didn't know her. I didn't know her situation or her struggles, and maybe I was being too quick to judge. Then, 3 or 4 months go by, and the following conversation takes place over Facebook Messenger. "Hi, remember me? I just wanted to thank you again for helping me over Christmas. Sorry I never sent pics. My phone broke." Initially, when I gave her everything, she had offered to send me pictures/videos of her boys opening their gifts. I wasn't really worried about it when she never sent me anything. "Hey, yeah, I remember you. Glad you had a nice holiday. Too bad about your phone." "Yeah, and it's really just hard not having a phone. I feel like I'm missing so much. I haven't had new pictures of the boys since before Christmas, and their school can't reach me, and I don't know what I can do if there is an emergency." I already sensed where this was going. "Sorry to hear that. I'd help you out, but I already gave my old phone to my mother months ago when I got a new one. Good luck, though." "I wasn't asking you for anything." "Ah, okay. My bad. I hope you get it sorted." "Although, if you want to help out, it's my son's birthday next week, and I don't have anything for him, and I don't have any money to buy him anything. He's going to be so upset, and he really deserves a nice birthday. He's such a good kid, and he's having a really hard time lately." "Maybe you'll win another raffle." "F you." 6 minutes later. "Sorry, that was for someone else. So, do you think you could help? I already made an Amazon wish list for him like you asked me to do for Christmas." Sends link. I look at the list and have to laugh. There's a $600 laptop, a bunch of $50 and $60 console games, a $160 hoverboard, $200 AirPods, and a variety of other expensive stuff. There's nothing on that list that's less than $50. Interestingly, there's no phone. Out of curiosity, I head to her profile. We aren't friends, and her profile is mostly private, but I can see a few posts, and there are plenty of pictures she had posted since Christmas. All of this takes me a few minutes, and in the meantime, "Hello? Did you see it? What do you think? Can you help? Are you going to answer me?" You seem to be under the mistaken impression that I am rich, and also stupid. "I paid for your Christmas with my holiday bonus, because I wanted to give someone a wonderful holiday who otherwise truly wouldn't have anything. Imagine my surprise that your boys already had like $1,500 in gifts in your trunk and a new puppy. Your children had a better holiday than my daughter did, by far." "Come on, help me out. Son really deserves a nice birthday, and I can't afford to get him anything. You really seem to like my puppy. What if I give her to you?" You want to give away your children's dog. Well, not give, trade. But you have to get the whole list then. I go and calculate the cost of her entire list. It's over $2,000. She wants $2,000 of high-end electronics in exchange for a now half-grown puppy that was a Christmas gift for her children. Sorry, no. Good luck, though. At this point, Choosing Beggar goes on a swearing tangent, calling me every name in the book that I'm not going to try and repeat. She whines that I'm going to ruin her son's birthday. She also says she's going to report me to Facebook. I can just see how that would go. "Hello? Facebook? Yeah, this woman gave my children a whole bunch of stuff for Christmas, and now she won't get them anything for their birthdays. I demand justice." A few days later, I noticed her trying to give away the dog on those same swap and sell groups. Not sell, give. I bet the pit bull poops and pees all over her house and destroys all her stuff from lack of training, and now she doesn't want it anymore. People who take advantage of other people's generosity are the worst. The lady who took advantage of OP has probably been doing this to everyone in her life for years. Honestly, the people I feel the worst for in this story, though, are probably her kids. I don't know her whole life story, so maybe it's not my place to judge, but she's literally giving their dog away that they got for Christmas. But hey, maybe she'll get lucky and win a raffle for dog training. Our third story comes from Myron22. Choosing Beggar Mom demands access to my swimming pool. I had this rather amazing run-in with a Choosing Beggar last week, and boy was it entertaining / infuriating. I'm renting a 1-story house with a private swimming pool with my wife. The house is part of a small neighborhood of 6 houses in total, 2 of which are slightly bigger than the others and have a private pool each. Those 2 are a fair bit more expensive for obvious reasons. Last week, someone knocked on the door and I went to open it. Outside is a smiling woman with 2 kids. "Hello, I'm Choosing Beggar from next door. We thought we'd use the pool." "Oh, you did you?" I now also notice that they're all carrying towels and have swimsuits on. I don't really like lending it out, I'm afraid, so I think I'll have to say no. "Oh, but the rent gives me access to the pool when I want," said in a very smug way, as if she's calling me an idiot. "You're not paying the rent for my house, and I know owner doesn't include use of the pool in the contract. I know this because he's a close friend of my wife, and I happen to be the one who wrote the contract, as well as having translated the guy's ads for Facebook and such." "Well, it's in the lease, so you really don't have any choice, do you?" At this point, I just asked my wife to call up the owner, and he confirms that he hasn't said anything about her being allowed to use the pool, and that the contract doesn't mention it. I tell her this, but since she has kids, I tell her that I'll allow her to come over to use the pool perhaps once a month, as long as she gives me 1 week's notice or so. This is not good enough for the Choosing Beggar, who demands immediate access to the pool as well as future use whenever she feels like it. This, of course, results in me withdrawing my kind offer and her stomping away screaming about getting me kicked out. Later, the owner shows up, having heard her screaming through the phone, and warns her sternly that she will be kicked out if she causes any more trouble. I don't think she'll be staying here for long. This story just has me at a total loss for words. Like, in what world do you think, because you're next door to someone with a pool, that you somehow get access to it? Like, that's crazy. That's just crazy. Like, I don't get it. This story is so funny, but makes me so mad at the same time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's stories as much as I did, and I'll see you in the next video.